On this edition of Alberta Dugout Stories, the podcast, another college commitment, but this time from an athlete who is set to represent New Zealand in the coming months. Welcome to episode 113 of Alberta Dugout Stories, the podcast. I'm Joe McFarland. Before we get to our guest this week, we wanted to take a moment to thank all of the athletes we've been able to highlight over the last few weeks as we share their stories about not only committing to colleges stateside, but also that they share their baseball journeys. Everyone seems to have a unique story to tell, and they've been so open and candid about it all. So in case we haven't said it enough, thank you, and we look forward to doing more of the same heading into the future. On that note, our guest this week has certainly taken one of those unique paths. Jonah Arseneau of the Calgary Bucks program recently announced he's verbally committed to Minot State University. That same day, he was also named to New Zealand's U18 national team, which will take part in qualifiers in Guam in April, with the potential of moving on to the 2021 WBSC World Championships in Florida. So how does a kid from Calgary end up on New Zealand's national team? Well, he was born there and spent the first 9 months of his life there before his family moved to New Brunswick for a few years before settling in Alberta. As we found out in this conversation, the 6'2", 165-pound pitcher and outfielder has seen a few bumps on the road, but is perfectly happy in where he's landed. Jonah, thanks so much for joining us here on the podcast.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So a couple of big pieces of news from you over the last little while here, and I wanted to start off with the college commitment announcement. How did that all come to be, and why Minot State?
Yeah, well, they made a really good offer, and they had the programs I wanted to take. I think academically that incentivized me to go to that school. And they have a really good baseball program. My coaches really pushed that narrative that they had a good program and they could develop me to the place they see, or to the potential they see me being at. So,
what is it academically that you're looking forward to there?
Personally, I think my overall goal is to go into politics somehow. I kind of want to go that route, but I think that I'm going to go the lawyer route. So I think I'm going to go into pre-law, maybe journalism.
A little
Something
bit of
like
everything.
That. Writing.
A little bit of everything there. Yeah. No, talk a little bit about what's driving you towards that. I mean, it's not every day that you hear a baseball player say, you know what, maybe politics, maybe journalism, maybe lawyer. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. I don't know. I've just always been fascinated with the polls and just all that stuff. Either while working on a campaign or something like that is probably my end goal, or even just being a running mate for a party. But I think that for me, anyways, the best way to get there would be lawyer. So that's what I decided to go into in university.
So are you nerding out a little bit then on watching everything going on stateside then?
Yeah, a little bit too much. I kind of annoy everyone about it. My baseball teammates are kind of tired of hearing about it.
I can only imagine. Speaking of your baseball teammates, you've got a few obviously in Calgary with the Bucks program. Talk us through your decision to go there. Talk us through the experience that you've had with the Bucks program.
Yeah, they really do develop players. For me, anyways, I've gotten 10 times better since I've been there. Like it's honestly just the culture there is just really uplifting, and I've been in a lot of programs in my life, and I found this one just really brought the best out in me personally, socially, and baseball wise.
Anybody you'd like to single out that has really helped you develop, whether it be as a player or as a person?
I don't really think I could single anyone out. I think just everyone, just all the coaches, really. Everyone's just so positive.
Tell us a few of the things that you hope to take away from that experience as you go that next level. Some of the things that you hope that you can maybe improve upon, whether it be, again, as a player or as a person.
Yeah, I think that as a player, I think I just got to get stronger in that sense. The coaches are pushing me to eat a lot more, work out. But, and then as a player, I think that I just gotta, I don't know. I just gotta grow the personalities. But
Not a problem
it's
at all.
been amazing, yeah.
Now, before we hit the record button on this conversation, you explained to me that you were actually born in New Zealand, spent the first 9 months or so of your life there, and then you moved to Canada with your family. So obviously, you don't have that New Zealand accent. So, how did it come to be that you were able to try out and eventually make this 18U team for New Zealand?
Yeah, well, obviously I don't have an accent, so but regardless, the team there is really has been really nice to me, and really they're on like really have adopted me into their team. That's what I felt like when I went down there for the tryout. Just their culture is completely different, where it's more brother like than friend. I don't think anyone sees each other as friends down there, just more like brothers. So I think they adopted me into that really quickly. And I don't really think that I didn't really get the impression that they saw me as an outsider. They just quickly brought me in, and it was just fun. We just had a lot of fun together.
Talk us through how you managed to be named to that team, given that you spent most of your life here in Canada. Talk us
Mhm.
through how you became a New Zealand citizen, for lack of a better term.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, I got my New Zealand citizenship first, and we actually had to fight for my Canadian citizenship. I don't know all the legal stuff behind that, but that was actually pretty interesting. It was cool, and then to get on the actual team, I think my parents saw something on Twitter about trying out for the New Zealand national team, and it expressed its interest in foreign players that were born in New Zealand, and it really just opened our eyes to an opportunity, and we saw it and took it. So
Now, you were born there, not raised there, and it's been a bit of an adventure for you from jet setting across the world in a sense. And for the first time in a while, you actually got to visit the homeland in which you were born in. Walk us through that experience. What was it like?
it was it was pretty awesome, really. Just everything was completely different down there through the coaches, players, and even it was just so beautiful. Like I've never seen anything like it in my life, really. It was completely different than what I thought it was going to look like. Like the pictures don't do it justice, really. And just the people are amazing. Just how they integrated their native culture into like just everything's just really just comes together, and it just is awesome.
I was going to ask about that side of it when you don't necessarily know what you're getting yourself into. And I assume, given that you seem to be enjoying the researching side of things, I assume that you flip through some books and you tried to get some background information from your parents and that kind of thing. Did you have a certain set of expectations when you went back, and how did that mesh up with what you actually did end up seeing?
Well, I expected it to be nice, but I never expected it to be that nice. I never really thought of the people. I just thought that it would just be like I never really expected anything to be different, but it's way different. Like just the culture, really, it was just amazing. Like Aboriginals are extremely respected in New Zealand, where their like cultures are completely merged together, and there's just when you talk about Aboriginals down there, it's just people. Like it's not Aboriginals, it's just another person. So it's just there's no really distinct line between their natives and actual and just um, immigrants or anyone like that.
I know in talking to different athletes who have played baseball in different parts of the world, they say that sometimes the style of baseball can be different. When you went down there, did you notice anything different between the Canadian/American style of baseball versus the New Zealand style of baseball?
Well, I didn't really notice anything different baseball wise, but people wise, they're pretty big Maoris, so they're really big and strong, and you can definitely notice the difference in me versus them. So I just thought that like the size difference was kind of cool.
How excited are you about that opportunity to be able to travel the world and see different parts of the world with a ball team that you don't necessarily have a whole lot of familiarity with?
Hmm. Um, like I said, I I already feel a part of the team. Like I know some of them. I know some of them from the tryouts, and they definitely really tried their best to accommodate me. And just traveling the world with them is just going to be a completely new experience to me. As I haven't really traveled that much, but I've definitely traveled a lot, and I just think it's going to be an awesome experience to travel with just a new team. Really, I'm excited to get to know them all even more.
Fantastic. I want to get a little bit into your beginnings in baseball. And do you remember the moment when you said, you know what, I really like this game? And especially here in Canada, and I allude to it all the time, is hockey and football seemingly are 1-2 in the eyes of so many young athletes. And here you are trying to blaze your path in baseball. Do you remember that moment where you first fell in love with the game?
Yeah, I remember it actually pretty well. I was in little league. I think I was playing down because I was a little bit too old. I think I started playing baseball when I was 11. So I was in minors with my team, and I just had so much fun that year. Just the coach was awesome. It was not about the results, and it was just about having fun. And I learned a lot that year, and I just kept with it. So I played another year little league, and then went to the Dogs, and then I played for the Redbirds, and then went to the Bucks, and it's just been an amazing journey from then till now.
Talk a little
So
bit about that journey because it sounds as though like it's not like one of those situations where you're born with a baseball bat in your hand or anything like that. This is something that is still relatively new to you. Is it just the fun has sort of superseded all of the career expectations? How is it that you've been able to kind of climb up the ranks so quickly?
yeah, I don't know. I honestly, it went by so quick. I just fell in love, and I just worked really hard. Uh, for the I went to the Dogs right out of Little League, I think, which I don't think I was ready for. So I left the Dogs just because I don't think I was mentally ready for it. Just the program and the academy.
Mhm.
Just all I wasn't ready for all that stuff that young. Then yeah,
Do you remember the moment where you went, maybe this is something that I can do longer term? And by that I mean, hey, let's chase after a post-secondary education. Let's see if we can do something stateside. Let's see if we can go and further our horizons a little bit. Do you remember that moment?
um, I think it's always been in the back of my mind, but I've never really pursued it in until I got to the Bucks. Really, I think they're the ones that motivated me to achieve that goal because they really developed me into the player that I am now. So I think that I don't remember a specific point where I turned it on. I just know it was, it was turned on. So I started working really hard.
With that Bucks program, talk a little bit about the coaching staff and what they've meant to you on a personal level to be able to get to the point where you're at now.
hmm Well, I've gotten to the point with them where they're all extremely good at baseball. They know they know everything about it. And I could just go to any single one of them and ask them anything, really. It's just been really easy for me to develop with them since I know a lot of them really well, and they're really good people. And I just feel like I can ask them anything, whether it's through baseball or personal problems or anything like that. Developed a lot of really good relationships with some of the coaches, and yeah, they really know their stuff.
Talk a little bit about your future expectations here and what you're hoping to achieve as you head towards the next step with Minnow State.
I just want to get right now. I'm just concentrating on getting better. I don't have to worry about from now until I go. I don't really have to worry about committing. So if that's what you're asking, so I'm just going to keep getting better. I don't really have to worry about anything else other than improving. Makes it easier for me, less stress.
I was going to ask about that side of it as well. Is, you've got a little bit of time here between then and now. What kinds of things do you hope to work on, especially in a COVID world? It's not like you can set up and have a game going or anything crazy like that. I mean, it's a bit of wait and see, but at the same time, you can't stop the work.
Yeah, fortunately for me, the New Zealand qualifier is in January, so that's going to help me get ready for Minot, which is pretty awesome, really, because I get to play baseball over the winter. And then just honestly, then till now, or now till then, is really just getting stronger and throwing faster for me. Just building muscle, getting bigger.
Fantastic stuff. Final question for you. This is a one I always ask. What does the game of baseball mean to you?
For me, it's really just another goal I have. It's just what's driving me to get better. It's taught me a lot, really. I don't think baseball's literally built me up from the ground. I wouldn't be the person I am right now if it wasn't for baseball. It's taught me so much socially. Just made so many new friends through baseball. Just the mindset that it brings you, and just how much joy it brings me. It's just, I don't really know how to describe it, but it's, for me, it's really important, and it's really close to my heart, and it's really been the foundation that I'm built on. All my values are built on what baseball brought me.
It's a wonderful way of putting it. Jonah, appreciate your time. Congratulations on all that you've accomplished to this point, and all the best as you move forward in your baseball journey.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks again to Jonah Arseneau of the Calgary Bucks for joining us, and thanks to all of you for downloading and listening. We are working on transcribing all of our recent conversations with college commits and hope to have them up at albertadugoutstories.com in the weeks ahead. Thanks for your patience on that, and thanks as always for all of your support, no matter the platform of Alberta Dugout Stories.